Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley at Here Inventions, and I'm here to talk about taking your power back, right? This video is for those of you who ever felt like you lost power, right? You lost your power, you lost your voice, you lost your drive, your motivation, you lost who you are, right? And so I came to that place for the first time in my life. I felt so powerless. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going, or what my next move would be. And that was very different for me because for my whole life, as long as I can remember, I felt like I had power, that I was in control, that I knew how to make sound decisions, that I was always going to be a go-getter, a hustler, a risk taker. That was me. And then, I got around certain people. The more people that I got around that were draining, I felt like I was losing more and more parts of me, if that makes any sense, right? So the people that they were just draining me. Their energy just wasn't matching mine. They were more doubtful than confident. And so sometimes when you're around people like that or connect yourself to people like that, they suck the life out of you. They like drain you. Like you start to kind of pick up those habits, right? You start losing your own drive and motivation. Especially if you're like, oh, I guess, for me, I kind of read off energy and kind of either adjust or, feel sympathetic for the person like that. No, trying to big them up, which takes the focus off of me and what I've been doing because I'm trying to make them feel better about their situation so they're not in a state of, being depressed or sad or unmotivated or negative and things like that. And so that's how I was able to have, lose my power and have my own drive and my basically my life sucked out of me because I started taking the attention off of me because I felt like I'm fine. I know how to big myself up. I don't need validation from nobody. Like I'm my validation. I can big my own self up and clap and pat myself on the back. Like I didn't need anyone to make me feel like I can do anything. I knew I can do anything. That's how I used to move. And then, getting around certain people and doing certain things and picking up certain habits, I started to lose that, right? And so for a while, I didn't realize how much each time with different people, like I would leave the situation, but I was still not, I would feel like I left a part of me. If have you ever been in a situation for a while, then you finally leave it and you feel like you're free, but you still not you, like something is missing from you. So I kept feeling that, every time I had left a situation or a group of people or something like that, like, dang, I'm not me, but I wasn't. So let's say I wasn't at 100%, but I also wasn't at 30. So I was probably like 80. So it was bothering me, but not that bad. But each time I could think maybe 3 or 4 times where now I'm not 80, now I'm like 70, now I'm like 60, now I'm 50. Like now I got to the point where I was 30. Like I never ever thought I would get to that point because like I said, I didn't need validation. I didn't need people to big me up or anything like that. I just needed my own self to be motivated. I needed a plan, a strategy, and to go full force in it. And I would be fine. Like even if I took a step away from myself to help someone else or, be there for them, and take the attention off of me, I still felt like I could get back to me and like do me. But no, this one particular time, I never been so drained by one situation, one person in my entire life, until last year. Like super drained to the point that anything I tried to do was just like horrible. Like I was never bigged up for it. It was the worst thing to do. It just was getting beaten out of me. And because I was always that person to, okay, let me take a step away. They need some help so that maybe if I help them, they start beating me down or beating me up or going against what my beliefs has always been and the things I've always been doing that have always been working. I should be able to get back fine. But it was like, now that I hooked you in and I got you helping me, you can't go back to help you. Like I need you. Your results are working for me. Why would I release you to go back to allow you to be working on you when I need you to work on me. Because if you start working on you, you're going to take the attention off me, and then I'm back to square one needing you again. So heck no, I'm not going to let you go back to your normal self and your freedom and thriving and being well. You know, that's how I felt in a situation. And then I'm just like, yo, I cannot thrive here. Like, I'm used to giving a little, stepping back and keeping it moving. If you not really trying to take it, or if you're taking too much of me. But I was such in a situation that it didn't matter. Like, I would try so hard to get back to me, to do the things that I like, to do the things that I knew satisfied me, that was my calling, that was helping to give value to others. Like, I will over deliver on anything I ever created or gave or did, and then it got to the point where it just was like, nope, nope. Every moment I got to try to build me back up or take my power back, it was taken away. It was beaten down. Like, it was so much mental abuse. Like, you're not good enough. Like, visually, you're not, good looking, or your body is not this and that, and you could do a little bit better with this. Like, it was just like, tear this woman down to the point that she can't focus on herself, so she has no choice but to focus on me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. Like, I didn't think that somebody would want to do something like that to anyone that they were supposed to be with, that they were supposed to help out and partnership support. Like, why would you want to beat the person down that's helping you? You know what I mean? And so I really couldn't get it. And for my whole entire life, like, I would leave situations and still have people months or years later calling me back like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was always the great catch. I was always the one that got away, or, the one that they always thought about and think they could spend a block on. But to get in a situation where somebody's just so disgusted with me was just like, what? What do you mean? Like, I've always been like, you're lucky that you even had a chance, if we're going to be honest here. Okay? You ever felt like that? But so that's how after a while, it was just so draining and so overwhelming. I like lost the fight. Like, go ahead and just take all the power. Like, I'm so drained that I can't help you or myself now. You get what I'm saying? So, like, now I'm just taking a whole step back and I'm not doing anything. And then that was a problem too. It's like everything I would try or not try to do, it just always was a problem. The way I would dress, the food I would eat, how I looked, it just was always a problem. The things that I was doing, the things that I wanted to do, stuff that I was trying to get into, even trying to help and build the person and the things that they wanted to get done, it still was just always a problem. I never seen somebody have an issue with every single thing. I had to look at my own self and be like, dang, am I like this? Because how did I track that? Like, it's just like, wow. Sometimes you come across certain friends or certain people, you get in certain relationships, and you just be like, one, it didn't start like this at all. Like, not even a tidbit. You know what I'm saying? And then two, how the heck did we get here? And then once we here, it's like so natural and norm for you. So like, that always been you, and now you comfortable and you want to just, like, I guess, show your true colors and think that somebody supposed to sit there and take that. Like, sorry. For a while I might have been stuck because I didn't want things to fail, right? I'm like, okay, well, I'm always wanting to help. I don't care who it is, right? If I'm going to get in and help, it needs to, like, work. Like, it should be no failure. Like, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't fail at things at all, right? But if I'm going and I'm doing the most, like, why would it not work if we're working together, if you're following what I should, what you asked of me, which, is a support and teamwork kind of thing. And so but again, I also still need to make sure that I'm able to even execute at my highest level. And how do you do that? One, you need your power, right? Two, you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. If I'm always pouring out everything of me, my cup is empty. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing else for me to give to get you to where you need to be. So why would you want to drain me? Why would you want to have me not feel like my best self? You know what I mean? So that I could perform well. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you look good, you feel good, you doing good, you're going to perform very, very good. But if you're not feeling any of those things, then you're not, right? And so that's what started to happen to me. I was like mentally drained so bad that I lost my power. I lost myself. I lost who I always knew I could be. Like I lost all motivation. I just was like, I don't, I was just like, wow, I think like I was so sad, depressed, frustrated, angry. I mean, all of the things that are not good to be in. Like the place I was in was just like, dang, how did I get myself here? I really messed up. I really made a bad choice. I really did not think this through. And now here I am, look at my life, and I don't know if I could fix it. Like, I really felt like I didn't know if I could fix it. Every time I would go after something or really hone in or something or set a goal to do or accomplish something, it freaking came to pass. Like I am not even sitting here like trying to big myself up or nothing like that. Like it came to pass. I really didn't have to go super hard for a lot of stuff that I accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, I didn't work hard for the things. It was like I set a plan and I took action and it happened. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, dang, I wanted that to work, but it didn't. Like, it all worked until last year. It was like, oh my gosh, everything that I'm trying to work is not working. I never been in this place. Why are these things not working out for me? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to getting the jobs that I want, right? I'm used to doing well in business, and I'm used to going to these situations and getting more and more opportunities and building more clients. Like I'm used to everything that I set my mind to working. Even if I'm helping somebody else, it works out. How was this not working out? I could not figure it out. I just was like, wow, I was literally right there at the top of the success, which I felt like would be for me, and everything just like crumbled. You know how you build, you know how you playing Jenga and somebody pull that wrong thing and it like literally it felt like, oh my God, I pulled the wrong card this time because everything came tumbling down. Like, wow, you know? And with that is one thing for stuff to fail, but to lose yourself, like lose yourself. Like again, I grew up in a lot of I had a lot going on growing up. Let's say that, right? And it was like, oh, you got me psyched. You know how you, y'all know basketball and the dude be like, oh, he juked him. You know what I mean? Like he tried to get me, but that was me my whole life. Like you tried, dodged you, dodged you, dodged you. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing took me flat out. Last year, everything took me flat out. If I'm gonna be honest, everything took me flat out, and I'm just like, whoa. Whoa. Like I never thought that I would ever experience something like that, because of the way I grew up, I started to do stuff in a certain way so that I wouldn't keep living in trauma. I wouldn't keep living unstable, and I wouldn't get to a point where I'm struggling. So I was like, I need to always put all of these things in place so that I'm like basically kind of always on top or always doing well and not like worried about nothing. And then crash, bang, boom. And I'm sitting here like, wow, how did I allow somebody to suck me dry and take so much power away from me that I don't even know who I am? I don't even know who I am. It's just like, I didn't even think that was possible because as strong as I was, just dodging everything, nobody could really easily manipulate me unless I wanted to do something. Like even if I knew it was wrong, I still kind of wanted to do it, and that's how I wound up just like doing certain things. But like for this situation where it was just like I just like lost my own mind. Like it was just I was just giving in to the point like I ain't know how to say no or had no boundaries for my own self. Like I ain't been living right all this time, And so even sitting here just thinking about it and trying to look back at it, it's just like I think I wanted something so bad, one, and then two, for it to work so bad that I was willing to give up whatever I needed to for myself for it to work. Like, oh, they don't want me focusing on me. Cool, I'm not. Let's see what they got going on because this got to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not never good. And so I just wanted to come and let you guys know that, like, if you ever in a situation where one, you're not feeling right, the person ain't treating you right, and also you can't be yourself, you can't do the things you always have done that brings you joy and happiness, especially gifts from God, that you're supposed to follow your purpose here on earth and serve and deliver others. Like, what? There's no way you should still be in that situation. It's just no way. Like, I thought I could stay and let it go. I was like, maybe my time is up in that area. Like, I really started to think that, like, maybe me doing hair and my own thing was just a phase, or maybe it was just a season, or, maybe I had to do those things to get through whatever I was going through. So maybe I do pivot. Maybe I do cling, and follow the lead of someone else, right? Instead of my own. And I really like told myself that and started to believe it, but I could not sleep. I was having panic attacks. Okay. I was forgetting stuff, leaving the keys, locking things. I mean, it got so bad that I didn't recognize who I was because I was trying to be with somebody. And it's just like, I don't think I wanted that bad. Like, at that point I did, but after a while I was like, I really want this. There is no way. This is not the letter I wrote to God. This is not what God has for me. This is not God promised to me. This is not how God want me to live. Are you kidding me? Give up everything I ever known and everything that brings me joy so I could be miserable and just say yes, somebody's next to me. Like, no. I will be alone before I sit here and tolerate that. And unfortunately, that's just how things went and got. Because it's just like that feeling, like just me even sitting here thinking about it, is just like, wow, that was a horrible feeling. And then for somebody not to care about any of your stuff, like, you don't need stuff. You don't need to be wanting to live in a big house and wanting to have all of these nights. Like, what are you doing? That's not important. You don't need to now, I don't need to have those things, but I would love those things. And I don't see why I can't have those things, especially the way I used to work. Why would I not get nice things for myself? I've been responsible financially. I've been very responsible throughout my life. I felt like I made very great choices up until that point. Okay. If we want to talk, all right. At the beginning, all of those things was perfect. Yes, we can. This is what we should do. Da, da, da. And then all of a sudden, it's such a burden and it's not something we should pursue. Like, what? And so I just started to pray. I'm just like, all right, God, what is going on here? Like, I'm trying my best to make things work. I'm losing myself really bad. Like, stuff go from mental to physical, mental, emotional, financial, a whole bunch. And then it started to get a little physical. And then it's like, this definitely cannot be you, because the abuse is like, whoa. You don't recognize it being abuse at the beginning until you just sit in there and you sit in the parking lot because you don't even go in the house. The key go in the door and you just start panicking. Like, literally, like, going crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, something like that. Like, or you hiding under the cover real quick because you just don't want no interaction. Or you try not to speak too much because if you say too much stuff, you never know where it's going to go. They might laugh, they might yell, they might scream, you know. And to live on eggshells like that, I don't deserve that. And so taking my power back, you know, is essential. And I'm glad that I have done that. Taking my power back meant leaving the situation as much as I didn't want to. Taking my power back meant following what God told me to do and stop procrastinating. Well, long ago, He was like, you need to leave, right? Um, and so following what God says, really praying, seeking God, believing God, and giving my life to God is taking my power back, right? Because when He's not involved, anything's up for grabs, you know? Anything could come through and happen, and that's what happened. Anything. Because I was not following God anymore. I made somebody else a God. And so I had everything stripped away. And so that's the first thing that I did to get my power back is I prayed, I seek God, I listened to what He told me to do, and I was obedient and followed Him. I didn't listen right away, unfortunately. I repent and apologize for that because my own fear, right? My own shame and guilt, and not knowing how to maneuver. I was in a whole state I've never been in. I don't have no family or friends in. And so it's like, you gonna go leap of faith. I'm a mom, I got my daughter, and I'm like, okay, we gonna be out here. Well, once I took that step, God said, I got you. Oh, He had me. Okay. Everything just lined up and worked out. So that's the first thing I did was seek God and follow His direction. Second thing is starting to feel myself again, right? Because I couldn't feel nothing. Like I literally was numb. Like I would have to get in a hot shower to feel something, like burning hot. That's how numb I was. I would get in long hot showers just to feel something, right? So after I leave, I start loving on myself again, right? My hair is going. I cut my hair off to get a new look. I get back into like doing makeup and stuff because that wasn't like in my situation. I started getting nice clothes and things so I could dress up again because that was also an issue. And so I started to be thinking about like, what does Ashley want, right? What does she want to do? How does she want to feel? How does she want to look? What is her new look or what is the look that she's going for, right? How does she want to show up? How does she want to be perceived? What's going to make her happy? How does she want her dream life to be? What is her visions and her goals, right? And so I started to ask myself that, but I didn't act right away. Why I didn't act right away? I want to sit in God's presence and listen to Him first. I wanted to take a minute and just step back and just sit. Not have an agenda, not running around, because that would have been distracting me from taking my power back because I would have been so caught up in doing so many things. And so after I stepped out, I just got quiet and I seek God. I prayed, I fasted. I, shared some stuff with some friends, and a good friend of mine introduced me to a Year of the Bride fast. Shout out to Tiffany Montgomery. And that fast, OMG, that fast saved my life. Like it really saved my life because I learned so much stuff during that fast about me, about the truth about God, right? Not what everybody been saying. Everybody got an opinion, everybody saying some stuff, but I never really was in the Bible the way I should have. I read the Bible every day. I worship and praise. I'm really seeking and understanding God, what His will is for my life, what He says about me, the blessings that He has for me, the things that I thought, I was doing right was not right. I started learning about so many things that I had questions about. I had questions about these things for so long. Why I'm saying having questions when I could have just opened the Bible and figured it out. I could have been seeking God more and asking Him to reveal things to me a long time ago. But I was just having these questions and going to the masses, and the masses was leading me where? Okay, so I don't desire to do any of that stuff anymore. I am going to God first and I'm asking Him, hey, is this okay to do? Is that okay to partake in? Is this real, fake, counterfeit, authentic, what? Okay? God, please show me how you want me to live, what you want me to do today. What is my true calling? I'm going to him. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What you think? I'm thinking about watching this. He is my CEO of my life. He's my dad. I'm going to him for advice on anything that I want to do moving forward in my life. Not the masses, not everybody else, because God is truth. Everybody else is a liar, just straight like that. I followed everybody else. I connected myself with certain people. I got into certain relationships, and nope, nope, and heck nope. It didn't get me the results that I wanted, that I desired, that I know I'm supposed to have. And so I'm not choosing that path anymore. And, I just started to reflect on my life from the beginning of my life up to that present point. And I looked at situations when I was thriving and where was I and who I was with and what I was doing. And I looked at situations when I was not and where was I and what I was doing. And so I started to be like, okay, I'm not doing these things no more because that's what the results I got doing that. Or I'm going back to this because that's the results I got doing that. So, for example, I was in certain situations, being with certain people, drinking, going to the club, doing all the stuff, the stuff. And I wouldn't progress the way I know I could progress because those things were taking up my time and distracting me. And then when I got out of it and I was focused on myself and taking time for me, I seen things go up, 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 and up. Opportunities came my way. I started getting the things that I wanted. Everything started thriving in my life. I was well. I was loving myself. I was happy. I was joyous. And so I'm choosing that. And even with that, now I'm 10xing it because now I got God involved more than ever now. So now it's going to be a 10x because now I'm not in limbo stage where I'm wondering and hoping that I'm doing stuff right. Just because it's working out doesn't mean it is right, right? And so now I don't have to be in limbo or anything because I'm reading my Bible, I'm seeking God, I'm getting the correct answers now so that I can fulfill my purpose that He has for me in life. And so I could continue to be filled with joy and happiness. Like sometimes, have you ever been around people and they just like change your whole or try to change your whole energy? Like, I know I used to be confident and happy and joyous, and then I'm around you, and now I'm just moody for no reason. I'm breaking out crying out of nowhere, or, I just got an attitude. Nobody did nothing to me. Like, what? I'm like, where's this coming from? This is not me. And I didn't realize that sometimes you could have a friendship that could drain you that way, and you just pick up certain habits from somebody else, and it's like, nope, I've been there, done that. No desire to go back and do that, right? So that's another way that I'm taking my power back by doing a full reflection on my life, stop doing the things that didn't get me the results I wanted, and lean more towards the things that I know will give me the results I desire and I deserve. All right. And so that's just how I'm doing all 2025, all in. And another way that I'm taking my power back is testing the fruit of others, testing the spirit of others, right? And how I'm going to do that, I'm going to watch their character, watch how they do things, ask more questions. Um, how are your friendships? How is your family life? Like all of the things that you need to know. How do you manage your finances? What do you do for a living? What things you like to do? What are your favorite hobbies? Like we asking the real questions. Did you have any issues growing up? Like, we asking real life questions. What do you have any goals? Like, are there any desires that you have that you want to accomplish in your life? And so I never used to get in the nitty gritty and ask like real deep questions, or we ask surface questions. We don't ask the real deep stuff. And so that's how I choose to do it. Also, I want to call it, for lack of better words, dragging out relationships, meaning that you're not instantly going to be my road dog in 2 months, right? We need to go through all 4 seasons, okay? Then we could start seeing how close I'm going to let you be to me. Because now I done seen you operate in many different ways, by now, hopefully. I done met, hopefully, your friends and family or whatever. And now I got to really just see you for real, talk to you for real, listen to you. see how you operate, engage with you. And so then we could get through, after we get through that whole year, okay, then we could start making some decisions to see we could be besties. You hear me? So I'm just doing things a little different. I used to just always find the good in people and just be everybody's friend and just let everybody in, a little bit too close too soon. And that's another reason how I lost my power, because I was just too open and too giving and just yapping too much too. That's going to be my next thing. Sometimes you can't say everything to everybody. Some stuff you keep sacred and private, right? Sometimes you talk yourself into issues, into troubles, right? And talk yourself into, things that you don't even realize that everybody's not happy for you. And the little information that you told them, they going to pray against it so it don't even come to pass for you, or they trying to let it fail for you. And so now I'm just like being quiet more. I'm not telling everybody everything, especially if it didn't come through yet. Like, I'm thinking about doing, nope. Nope. Okay. I used to be that person just super excited because, like I said, things used to always work out for me and I already knew it was coming to pass. So I'll be like, hey, I'm about to drop this, I'm about to do this, I'm about to launch that. And just share, and overshare. And now it's just like, nope, even down to the relationships, right? Going to talk about stuff that was going on in a relationship, sharing it with friends. They like sisters and stuff, so it mean no harm, but then it's still not right to do. I should be talking to the partner about what's going on, right? Or even with friends having issues, talk to the friend about the issue. Why are we talking to the other friend about it? Talk to her like, hey, what's going on? If I have a friend that can't do that with me, then we don't need to be friends, period. My best friend tell me about me all the time. I be telling her about her, like, hey, this part, that part, whatever. Ain't no shade in it. If we good friends, it shouldn't even be no beef. And she be like, I hear you. You might not want to listen at the beginning because it be the hard truth. But to sit there and go and have an issue and gossip and like, I'm out of it. Okay, that's how you take your power back too. You stay out of gossip. You don't talk too much. You don't tell everybody too much about you. You keep a nice private life. You share what you feel you want to share. Okay, so that, you stay in peace. That's another way to take your power back. Staying in peace. That's what I'm choosing. I'm choosing peace. Like, I ain't got to go back and forth with you. God know the truth. You don't want to believe it. You got your own whatever. Fine. Have your own opinion. You ain't got to agree with me. This is how I'm moving. You don't want to? We ain't got to continue. Period. I'm not sitting here going back and forth trying to prove a point, trying to defend and argue. Done, okay? Because then that's another distraction, taking me off from being my best self and living my best life. And I used to be in it real bad, because I felt like you need to know that that's not true. Like, yeah, you don't think it's true? Oh well, don't it ain't next. Like I'm so not bothered this year. Like, there's no way that I could sit here. Like, I was so defending myself. All of the mental abuse where I'm not good enough and all this stuff. I'm over here going back and forth defending myself till I drained me dry. You don't think I'm good enough? Fine. Next. I know I am, and 1,000 more people plus do too. Because I done been there, done that. I done did some things, and I know people reaching out, even in my silent era. In my silent era, meant about 6 months, I haven't been on social, I haven't been doing nothing. No, nothing interacting, and people been blowing me up. I know I'm the crap. I'm the crap. I know I'm dope. You hear me? And so I don't need you to tell me. I don't even know why I was sitting there seeking all that. But anyway, and so that's kind of where I'm at with this whole taking my power back. I am being authentically me. I am standing on business. I'm standing on truth. I'm standing on my boundaries, and I ain't budging for jack. If I'm not in it and I don't want to do it, ain't nobody influencing me to do it. Period. I'm focusing straight on me. If I can't make certain things, I can't make it. If I can, I will. Okay, I'm not overextending myself. I'm not doing none of the above no more. I'm just not. I've done it, and I'm just, like I said, I did a full reflection. So now I know areas need improvement, areas need to be chopped out, okay, cut off, done, don't revisit. Areas that I do need to revisit and I need to 10x and do better in. Like, I did a whole life Go every area of my life. I went through and created a whole entire plan for this year. And so that's how you, if you ever feel like you're stuck, you don't know what to do, you went through some type of abuse, mental abuse maybe, or just a period of like, what is going on in my life? Like, I can't catch a break. All of these things just keep happening. Like, take a minute, take a step back, reevaluate. Just sit and think about the relationships that you have, the friendships that you have, the job that you at, the business you're building, the family, if there's any conflict or not. Just take a step back and just evaluate everything in your life. Make a list if you have to. Pros and cons, benefits and deficits, whatever you need to do. Put columns on the page, I don't know, write it all down, put a check, put an X, whatever, cross it out, whatever you need to do to get back, take your power back, to get back to your best self and thrive in 25, okay? Then you need to go and do that part. And then you need to make a commitment and get clear about what your commitment is. Get clear, make a decision on what you're going to do. Stay committed and get it done. That's just as simple as that. Make a decision, be committed, and get it done. All 2025, all in, all 2025, okay? All in. That's how I'm taking my power back. That's what I'm doing. And honestly, guys, I fell on my face so hard, I didn't think I was getting back up. I'm just going to be honest. I didn't think I was getting back up, and I was just going to settle for mediocre life because I was just that beat down. Like, I might as well have got boxed up in the ring. You know, so that Martin show he had all of, okay, I might as well have been boxed up, as beat up as I felt. You might as well have just beat me down and dragged me, okay? Because that's how it felt. And so anyway, no one will ever make me feel that way ever again. I would never put myself in a situation, because I'm not going to say, it's one-sided. I was in a situation, no, I did not expect that to be the outcome. I never could ever, you couldn't get me to think that that would have ever happened to me. Like, I would never ever thought the person would have ever been like that. Like, no, and nothing would have, you couldn't have got me to believe it. But it happened, and okay, cool. But I also should have, again, like I said, test the spirit. Got to know people a little bit longer than I did. Sometimes you could know them forever and they could switch like this. That's a thing. But I feel like I could have got to know the person a little bit longer. And so that would eliminate a lot of heartache and pain, okay? But it's fine, because God was teaching me a lesson any freaking way, and there's no other way I could have learned it but being dragged. I'm just going to be honest. My hard head, curious behind, couldn't have learned the lesson no other way without being dragged. And so because I was dragged, I had to tell God, I got it now, okay? I got it. I know, okay, now I see. Because I didn't see before all the lessons you was trying to teach me, all of those times. But now I actually see, and I'm able to look back at those times and be like, wow, he was trying to pull me from then. But my hard-headed, curious behind wanted to go out and do my own thing. So he was like, well, I can't protect you once you detach yourself from me. That's the thing that we don't realize. God is able to protect us as long as we follow according to his will. We're not saying that he won't come rescue you in some situations. But in order for you to get to the highest level of the blessings that he has for your life and walk in your full purpose, you need to be aligned with him. And that's what I've learned. I learned that through the fast with Tiff. The Year of the Bride fast, you guys should check her out. It's an amazing fast. It really, really, like, oh man, just changed my perspective on so much. I've learned so much. I mean, I was boohoo crying on things. I was like, I did that. Oh my God, I thought that was God. Nope, it wasn't. And so I just found out so much stuff about myself, so much stuff I needed to, I repaired, broke down, broke off, divorced myself from, came out of agreement, was repented for, okay? Born again, believer. You hear me? And I'm loving it here. And I'm loving it here. And I feel so confident in myself and loving myself more than ever. I feel like this is like more than ever in my entire life. I thought I loved myself before, but wow. because I love him first and I know what he says about me and how he's loved me and how he says my body is a temple and a living sacrifice. And I should take care of my body, which means that I need to love me. And with loving me, meaning I take care of myself. I do self-care. I'm feeding myself the right foods. I'm taking care of my skin. I'm dressing well. I'm looking presentable when I'm out in the open. You know, I am taking care of myself. Everybody can have access to me or my energy. That's taking care of myself. You hear me? I'm not just going with the flow and agreeing with everything I really don't want to do or just saying yes to say yes. Like, no, that's not taking care of myself. I have my boundaries, my foot is down, and I'm firm on my beliefs, and nothing's going to change that. And that's taking care of myself. And when I take care of myself, I take my power back. And so this video is for those of you who want to take your power back, who are tired of going in circles and tired of going in patterns, or probably not even recognize that you are going in patterns, but you're just wondering what's going on with your life. You're not getting the results that you know you desire. This video is for you. I hope you were taking some notes. You know, you could rewind and watch it again and get the nuggets. But yes, us women, us black women, women period, you know, we're so powerful when we really set our mind to do certain things, especially moms. Like, oh, we are something, okay? We get up and we make things happen. That is a superpower. And so we need to always be well because of that alone. And so it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to give yourself to God, to get back in good standing with God. It's never too late to redefine who you are, right? Like change your whole identity. Like I told God, hey, please change, give me the identity that you have for me during me being conceived, because you knew me before I was conceived. So you already had a plan for my life. Give me that girl back. Like before the world came up on and changed my beliefs, before the world started changing me, before I went through trauma, before I experienced all of these things, bring her back. Fresh and clean, like nothing ever happened. Wipe it all clean. I said, God, wipe everything out of my life that was not of you. Make it like it never happened. Okay? And make me back to the person you created me to be from birth. I want to be her without all of this. Okay? Because that's like the best feeling in the world. Like when I say it's like I had on sunglasses at night. Basically, I couldn't see, to now that the sun is shining at night, if that makes sense. I can see clearly, oh, the way that my vision is about life, my perspective about life, my vision about a whole bunch of things. It's just like, nope. Before I used to be like, let me test the waters and see. Nope. Now it's like, I don't even want to go over there. Okay? So I'm happy to be here. And it's a great feeling. And I wanted to share that with you guys. And I know that once you make the decision, everything else is just going to fall into its place. Just make the decision, stay committed, and execute. And stay in control of your life. As long as you're in good standing and right with God, and you talk to him, you have that intimate connection, he is going to direct your steps. Okay? Is there going to be some troubles? Oh, yeah, it's going to be some troubles, because now you're trying to get right with God. The devil going to be like, who she thinks she is? I done had her wrapped up all this time. We ain't let her go out easy. They ain't let me go out easy. They did not let me go out easy. Okay? I was going through it. A whole bunch of temptation out of nowhere, okay? People I ain't heard from in years coming back through. I ain't heard from you. What? I apologize. Okay, nice. Next. Swipe left. Okay, we leave you on red. Like, talk about temptation trying to get me back to a place that I don't even want to be. I mean, anything you could think of, basically everything I wanted to leave alone tempted me to go back again. Any and everything. Drinking, partying, dating, all of that stuff tried to get me back because I said no now. I'm not doing it that way. I'm brand new, fresh out the womb. We forgot? I'm fresh out the womb. I don't know nothing but God. And if God ain't say go, it ain't happening and I ain't going. Tempt me or you want to, I have no desire. Like, I literally have no desire to go back and do none of it. I've been in situations where I could have, and I just, nope. I have no desire. So anyway, I don't know what's these little things floating. I just want to share that with you. It's a great walk. It is a great walk. And this is the year to get it right. This is the year to get it right. So anywho, I hope this video blessed you in some sort of way. Please share any experience, any way that you can relate below. Let's support one another. Let's keep bigging up and fixing each other's crowns. We are queens out here. We are queens. Let's not tear down. Let's support and love one another. Okay? Life be lifing. And sometimes we go through things we don't want to go through or didn't expect to go through. But we don't end it there. We persevere. We keep fighting. We put on a full armor of God and go to war. You hear me? And so I'm so glad that I'm here today to be able to do that because like I said, I really did not think that I would even come out of this. I really didn't think I would come out of this. I really didn't think so because one, I'm private. I also don't like to talk too much about anything as far as like my personal life and situation. And also I was just so shamed and, you know, all of the stuff. And so like I had to tell God to strip me, like cleanse me, wipe me clean. Because that's the only way I could be sitting here on camera sharing anything with you guys, because he had to wipe the shame, the guilt, the unforgiveness, the frustration, the anger, the self-doubt, the lack of self-esteem, the feeling unworthy, you know, feeling really bad and down, really in pain, you know, not feeling myself at all. He had to wipe all of it away for me to sit here and tell this story to you guys today. And so I'm grateful, I'm humble, and I'm so excited for what's to come. Like, I'm super excited for like what he's about to do in my life. I'm so excited. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe, like it, and share it. I'm sure it can bless someone else. If you have any more questions or comments, please leave them below. And I also have, just check the description box below for additional information and some links to some things that I believe can help you. As you guys see this book behind me, I have an ebook. It's called Thrive Girl Thrive, and it has my story in there about how I overcame a lot of things in my life, and also 13 other women wrote their stories. So if you think you're alone in trauma or drama or any situation that you felt was meant to break you, 13 women in that book alone overcame all of the obstacles that could have broken them. And it would be great for you guys to just read through it, and it'll help motivate you and let you know that you're not alone in things. Like I used to think. I used to think I was alone. Like this, I'm the only one that this happened to. I really thought that until I started to speak a little bit about what happened to me, which is how I got to meet those women and write the book. And so I realized that, wow, I'm not the only one that suffered from something that tried to take me out, but I overcame it. And so I'll leave some information in a box below for you guys to check that out and continue to thrive in 25. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. That is all in a book. Is a anthology of abundance for women, okay? And so I will share that with you guys. We just winning in 2025. Like, I know we always say every year, oh, I'm winning this year, I'm winning. Like, I feel like this is the real win year for me. I've always felt like I was winning, but I wasn't right. I wasn't winning right. Not without God. I mean, like I said, it's not like I wasn't believing God. I had him in the back seat and not in the passenger or the front driving. You hear me? And so he was there and around, but I wasn't full in like I should have been. And I would be way farther than where I'm at today had I always had him where he should have been, which is the center of my life, the number one man in my life, okay, the CEO of my life. And I'm just so excited to see what he's going to do because he already been doing stuff. You hear me? Now that I have him in right standing, he should have always been. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Also, comment below if you want to hear some other topic or something else, related to women winning and thriving and things like that. Okay, so until next time, bye. Peace.